So this is my 1986 Porsche 944, and we are starting our mods today. I mentioned in my last video when we picked it up that we are doing a full safari build, and today is kind of the first step in that. The first mod isn't going to be, I guess, technically safari related because it doesn't change the driving dynamics or the lift or anything like that, but it is a very important piece. So let me explain. And technically this is the second mod for this car because I actually went and picked up this carbon fiber car key, which looks really cool for this car. So we're inside the 944. The one thing that we are changing on this interior, because pretty much we're gonna leave most of this stock because it is already still in perfect shape. Interior is in perfect shape. This is awesome, but one thing I want to change that I feel like a lot of people change on this car is the steering wheel. This one, I actually really don't mind the steering wheel a ton. It actually has a nice like leather wrap all around, but you can kind of see it's getting a little worn here. A lot of this like fraying is happening on the stitching here. And frankly, I feel like this is what dates the interior the most, where I feel like the interior has a very nice, classic, simplistic design that actually doesn't look too dated at all. I actually really love how this interior looks. So we got a Momo Prototipo steering wheel, and we are gonna be putting that in today, modifying it. It should technically go easy and quick. I made sure and went and got the right size bit that we need for popping the nut off. I don't have a torque wrench, so this isn't gonna be torqued to spec, so don't at me, I already know that. We'll just hope that the steering wheel doesn't fall off. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna be swapping this out. Should be a quick, easy thing, but if you wanna know how to swap the wheel out on your Porsche 944, watch along and I'll hopefully show you how to do that. Because I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna find out. First things first though, definitely gotta turn the car on and straighten this wheel out to make sure the steering wheel is straight up and down. How it came already, the steering wheel does have a little bit of play to the left, but also I'm kind of ready to change this out too because this rocks back and forth pretty bad. Not sure how visible that is, but on highway speeds it makes a bit of noise, so I'm hoping when we change this out and get it locked down and tightened up a bit, this knocking goes away. Now that we have the wheel straight, tire straight, everything's up and down, centered how it should be, we should be able to just pop the steering wheel off, which it's actually a pretty easy system according to the videos that I've watched. So let's see. First steps first is we actually are just gonna be pulling this off right here. And you really just yank it off. And so I'm kind of nervous. Don't wanna break it, but let's see how this works. Yeah, so I guess you just yank it off. Like so. Yeah, you literally just pull it off the steering wheel. So yeah, here it is. It's literally just a couple springs, clip, and a little plug for the horn. And this is what we are left with. There's one little nut and washer back in here that we have to take off with a 24mm socket. And yeah, then this whole steering column comes off together. So yeah, you can see just how loose this wheel is right now, so it'll be nice to get this off and tighten back down. So it turns out in all my tools I don't have the right one to fit this 24mm. I don't have a 1/2 inch ratchet, so we're gonna go drive to O'Reilly's, pick that up, and then we'll change the steering wheel. So be right back. All right, 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter secured, so let's start cranking this wheel off. This is probably gonna be the most like unflattering video for me to try and film here, but yeah, this has like no tension to it at all. Let's get this nut off. And now this should pull off. Mine doesn't have a washer that's supposed to be in there to torque the nut down. Yeah, it's not there. Well, yeah, so now we're just gonna put this over off to the side and then grab the Momo hub adapter. So here is the Momo hub, and then all the screws to attach the wheel on, and an Allen wrench with it. It has arrows that say top right here, top and bottom, but it's funny, you don't put that on the top, you line it up with the hole here and not the signal that says top, because the hole is where the top dead center on the wheel is. So yeah, so this should come in here, and then yeah, we want this hole on the very top and this one on the bottom pretty up and down, so that looks pretty good if you ask me. All right, let's open up this Momo here. We got our horn button here. Is the wheel. Got the white contrast stitching, Prototipo. This thing will be awesome and just kind of, I think, modernize this interior up just a little bit. So this will be really nice. This metal thing's a locking ring for the horn, I guess. Just had to look up another video real quick. And so yeah, you just line up these holes, and now we'll start securing on the Momo wheel. So that's about this 944 is it has like a little kind of a tray you can just pour stuff out onto. All right, so these are pretty hand tight. Now, I think we're able to throw the nut back in, and then we can use the wheel as like leverage to make sure it stays really tight. All right, I had to open up the door because it was getting way too hot, but let's tighten this nut up. Again, I don't have a torque wrench to torque this to the 34 foot-pounds is the recommended torque, so we're just gonna run it and hope we don't have our steering wheel fall off. The horn pad has this spring here that you have to feed onto the inside of this, just so it pushes these like prongs to the outside, like so. And then we connect our horn right here. Make sure this is straight on. Alright, like so. Got the Momo wheel in. I think that looks freaking awesome. Alright guys, here it is. New Momo wheel in. I think that does just kind of refresh this whole interior look. The seats are kind of a mess right now, but let me get this cleaned up and then we'll do some like nice shots of the interior. All right, I think we should go take this for a quick drive and see how it feels. Carbon fiber key right here. Solid on. It doesn't rock anymore like the other one did. First impressions, I really like how this feels. It just feels a lot more grippy, and like I would be able to just handle the car, control the car a little bit better, especially if it got a little slippy. This leather feels really nice. And the wheel points straight and we're going straight, so that's a plus. I'd say it is a little bit, already the stock wheel kind of pulled to the left a little bit, like it had a little bit more play to the left than it did the right. But, so this one kind of has that same little left play. But I think that was already an alignment issue and not really something of us messing up. But all in all, this looks so cool in here. I love that. And again, it just makes the interior just look so much more like uniform, I think. The only thing that's the eyesore is this radio here. But yeah, it is a little bit to the left to go perfectly straight. But yeah, we have a ton of more stuff coming for the car. Like I said, we're doing a full safari build. This was just step one. We have suspension going on. We have a roof rack. We got Halo lights, rally lights, all this stuff. We got a ton more things coming for this car. So let me know what you guys want to see next. And we also just got our new tires delivered too for after we left it. And this thing's gonna be a beast. Yeah, so that's mod number one done. Momo Prototipo, and I guess technically the carbon fiber key. But yeah, this is really cool, and really happy with this, and I hope you guys liked it too. And I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.